Hey, welcome back to Missouri Sports Network here on MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad you've tuned in. As always, sponsored by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Labor's Local 663, shelter insurance agents from around the state, the Bank of Billings, Great Southern Bank, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, who remind us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Continuing with our preview of the Arvest Classic, we welcome to the show Raytown Blue Jays head basketball coach Cody Buford. And Coach Buford, thanks so much for your time today.
I appreciate it, and glad to be here and appreciate the coverage.
The Arvest Classic, you coming down for this? How many years you've been involved, or is this your first year?
No, I think this is probably our 6th year, maybe 5th. Obviously, we didn't get to come down there last year because of COVID, and we really missed coming down there. It's a great trip early in the season, get to kind of get away and get that team bonding and try to start building some chemistry. So we're looking forward to it. We love it. It's a great setup, and Parkview does a great job of hosting it.
Yeah, Coach Lanny Cornish does a tremendous job, and Arvest does a great job taking care of the folks and a lot of the meals and things of that nature. And as always, hey, have food, and scoreboard guy will travel. I will be there if there is food. But Coach, you're 0-0 at the time of this. You've not yet played a game at the time of this interview. 21-6 from a year ago. Talk about from that great team you had last year, what you're going to have to replace just because of graduation and things of that nature. Who's going to have to step up and maybe handle some of that, what you lost to graduation a year ago?
Yeah, we've lost 3 kids to graduation, and they were 2 of those 3 were our primary scorers, so over 65% of our offense. We had another kid that was a 2-year starter at point guard. He decided at the end of the school year to focus on track and field. And then we had another kid that is academically ineligible, and he's transferred back to Arkansas. So we're basically going to start and play 5 guys that are going to have to refill and step into new positions. And that's what's so exciting about high school basketball is you never know what's going to happen in literally 12 months. So it's going to be exciting tonight and even in the tournament to see against great competition, new guys having to step up in roles that we don't know if they can or if they can't. So it's going to be interesting for them and for us. We're going to learn a lot in the next week. We haven't played a game, but we'll have 4 games in the next 5 days.
Outstanding. You're coming down and you draw a very good Kickapoo team that went a long way a year ago. They do have some pieces that they have to replace as well that they lost to graduation. What do you know about the Chiefs, and what are your expectations, and what are you going to have to do to come in here and get a win on Thursday night?
Great program, one of the best programs in the state year in, year out. I graduated from Raytown South myself, so knowing a rich and long history, tradition of Kickapoo basketball. They're going to be a well-coached team. They were that last year. Their head coach does a great job. Our superintendent is from Kickapoo, Dr. Alan Markley. So we always hear about Kickapoo basketball and just being around and going to the Arvest tournament every year. We played them, I believe it was it would have been 3 years ago. We played them down there. I believe it was in the opening round, and somehow we lucked up and were able to win. But they're going to be a tough opponent. I mean, obviously they won state tournament last year, defending champs. I know they lost a lot in graduation, but all those kids that are in their program that were on the JV or reserves or coming back from last year's team, they all got pride. They've been in that program. So it's going to be a very competitive game, and we're going to have to play well to have a chance at the end.
When folks come out to see you here at the Parkview tournament, the Arvest Classic, what kind of tempo, what kind of game, are the Blue Jays going to, are they going to be up tempo or slow it down? What are you going to have to do?
I'd say we're going to be a little bit kind of right in between right now. We obviously want to push the tempo and get up and down, get as many easy baskets as we can. But we also, we don't want to get out of control. and have turnovers. And then that's a if you turn it over from top of the key to top of the key, that's usually a layup on the other end. But no, we want to get out and push the ball, push the tempo, get up and guard, try to force the other team into some, easy turnovers for us, and really just see kind of how we fit, and then, make some adjustments after the game gets going, and just try to put ourselves. We always want a chance, with 4 minutes to go to be in the game, and we do situations every day like everybody else. But we just want to be in the game with 4 minutes to go and have a chance. Then, try to make a couple more plays the other team and come out with the victory.
And once again, we're visiting with Cody Buford, the head boys basketball coach at Raytown. And Coach, just a little bit about your background. How long have you been at Raytown? Where did you go to high school? You mentioned Raytown South earlier, college, and how'd you end up at Raytown?
I went to Raytown South. I was very fortunate. Got to play for legendary Hall of Fame coach Bud Lathrop for basketball. And then I got to also play 3 years of varsity football with Kelly Donahoe, the head coach at Rockhurst right now. After high school, I got a football scholarship to the University of Missouri. It was Larry Smith's last recruiting class. So I was a part of him getting or not getting asked back. I always tell people, I guess our recruiting class wasn't good enough, and we didn't produce on the field. And then after that, I just kind of was done with college athletics. Just kind of came home, went to school for a semester, didn't really do too well. I wasn't really engaged. So I worked at Budweiser for about 6-7 years, got tired of delivering beer, went back and got my degree, got certified to teach, and went and worked for one of my mentors growing up in high school, a guy by the name of Pete Carpino, and started out in Oak Grove High School. Then we kind of got ran out of there, and 3 or 4 of us came over here to Raytown, and then I've been here ever since. I love it. I'm from Raytown. And so being back home and just having the opportunity to be the head basketball coach at Raytown High School means a lot to me personally and professionally. And I feel very fortunate to coach here. And I love what I do, and I don't feel like I work a day ever.
Again, visiting with Cody Buford, head basketball coach at Raytown. Coach, you've got at the time that we recorded this, you've got North Kansas City tonight, and you're coming down to Parkview. You mentioned you're playing 4 games in 5 days. What's the week look like for his first travel? When are you heading this way?
We're going to leave here a little early, about 8 o'clock or so, maybe 9 on Thursday. Get into the DoubleTree right there in Springfield. We always go to Houlihan's when we get there. Try to get the kids a good meal, and then just kind of get off our feet, watch a little film, and then head over and watch a game and a half or so, and then get ready for our game. We're that last game. We've played the 4 o'clock tip before, but we got the last game. So we got a lot of time just to, get away from the school and just kind of get ready to play. It's going to be, I don't care who you play in this tournament, it's going to be a tough game. Win or lose, every team we've ever played down there has been tough, and just excited. I mean, it's a great trip and looking forward to it.
You bet. Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate you being generous with your time here today, and safe travels. And as I mentioned, we'll be down there on Friday, for the luncheon, and there we go, talking about food again. Just, that's how they get me there. But we look forward to meeting you.
I appreciate it. They do a good job of feeding us after every game. The luncheon is great. The cookies at the DoubleTree, our kids love them. So it's like you said, if there's food, I'll be there as well. So I'll definitely run into you at the luncheon.
Hey, you bet. Coach Buford, hey, good luck. Safe travels. God bless.
Appreciate everything you guys are doing, and appreciate the coverage. You have a good day.
You bet. You're listening to and watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here.